Hello, creative cooks and fictional foodies. Welcome back to the Fictional Foods Vegan channel, where we bring your favorite foods from fantasy to table. And today we are rounding out June's recipes by celebrating International Candy Day. Today's candies are decadent and sweet and perfect for giving as a gift, making for a special occasion, or just when you want to treat yourself. And that candy is truffles! But not just any truffles, we are making dark chocolate truffles rolled in cocoa powder and mixed nuts, some of which are covered in Okinawan cane sugar, because we are giving them as a gift to some friends whose birthdays have come and are coming, and we wanted it to be a nice, tasty, decadent treat because they deserve something rich. And we think that a handmade gift is great. I mean, buying a gift, there's nothing wrong with that. Giving money, perfectly fine, whatever floats your boat. But we like to give handmade gifts. So in addition to a crocheted gift that they're getting, we are also making these little truffles for them as well. As usual, if you want this recipe or any of our recipes, you can head over to our Ko-fi page and we will have it there for you. You can also show us some support by donating if you feel so called to, so that we can continue to recipe test and bring you foods from your favorite fictional works. Of course, please give this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe so you never miss out on our new weekly recipes that we make a video of here on YouTube and also put on our Ko-fi page. Without further ado, let's get in the kitchen and make these truffles. So the first thing we're gonna wanna start off with is making the base of the truffle. For that, we're gonna need our chocolate and our milk. We're gonna put some water on to boil and then put a bowl on top of the boiling water so that we can get a double broiler going. Then once the water is boiling and hot, we're gonna turn off the heat and put the milk in the bowl and let it get a little bit warm before we add our chocolate chips. And we're gonna stir, stir, stir until it is smooth. If it looks like your chocolate is breaking, that's okay, don't freak out. Take it off of the heat and then continue to stir. And as it cools down, the oil and the fat will mix back into the milk and the chocolate and will become a smooth texture. We want a smooth truffle, so this is the best thing to do. Keep working it until it's smooth, no problem. After we take our chocolate milk mixture off of the heat, we're going to grab a container. It doesn't really matter what kind of container because it's not staying in there. I guess it'll only matter if you want it to be a specific shape, but it's better to shape it with your hand, I think. So we're gonna put it in our container and then pop it in the refrigerator so that it can cool down. We'll put it in there for about an hour at the least, but the longer you have it in the fridge for, the easier it's going to be to work with and the less likely it is going to melt when we're shaping it later. While our chocolate is cooling, we are going to work on our coating. This is also pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We are going to crush our nuts. You can either blitz them in a food processor or a blender, or you can do what we did, put it in a bag and take something hard and heavy, don't like that motion, and crush the nuts. Once our nuts are crushed, we're gonna take our cocoa powder and our powdered sugar and mix those together until they're pretty smooth. It doesn't have to be perfectly blended together because it's going to get another little mix. Now you can either do what we're doing right here and mix the nut and the powdered sugar cocoa mix together to make one easy rolling station, or if you want, you can have two separate rolling stations where you roll it in the cocoa powder sugar first and then roll it in the nuts, but it's completely up to you. It's going to taste the same either way. Once the chocolate has cooled, we're going to take it out of the fridge and then scoop and roll it into balls. You can make any shape you want, but a ball is a traditional truffle shape and we're just keeping it easy. The chocolate might get melty if it's warm and you're doing a large batch. So if you fill up a tray with truffles and you still have more to do, then put those in the fridge to stay cool while you wait. Once you have all of the truffles rolled, then we're going to put the topping on. pretty simple. Just roll it around in your nuts and cocoa powder mixture until it is coated to your liking. The next thing we're gonna do is optional. You can stop once you have your truffles coated, put them in the fridge to cool and get firm, and then eat them or give them away whenever you're ready. But we had some extra chocolate chips and a little extra cacao powder from a different candy bar that we made for an event. So we're going to melt those down and then roll our truffles in the mixture of chocolate and cacao butter so that it gets a chocolate coating on top. All right, y'all, our truffles have set, which means it is taste test time. Here we go. The nuts add such a nice crunch, and it's really great that we use some of the brown sugar nuts as well because it adds a little extra flavor. But this is everything that it's supposed to be. The hardest thing about this is going to be the setting time, and I guess maybe rolling it, because if it's too firm, it's going to be difficult to pick up the nuts and the cocoa powder. But if it is too soft, then it's going to melt in your hands and it's going to be a big mess. We know we said that the chocolate coating is optional, but it really does help because then you can roll it back in the cocoa powder and the nuts, and it adds another extra layer of crunch and flavor. So this is a winner. It's going to be really hard not to eat these ourselves. We are going to set the birthday gifts aside for our friends and kind of go ham on the rest of them because this is really good. So happy International Candy Day. Let us know if you tried making this truffle yourself, what changes you made, and how you tweaked it and made it your own. As always, thank you for watching, and we will see you in the kitchen next time. Bye.